Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. And today, Daniel Akmal bin Muhammad Alwi, matrix number MA22005, will be talking about recyclable plastic as a new invention for use of polymer. So, recycling plastic has been an important practice for several decades, as it helps to reduce the amount of plastic waste in the environment and decrease the need of new plastic. And also, plastic recycling can be done by using the two main methods, which are mechanical recycling and also chemical recycling. So, in terms of mechanical recycling, it involves physically breaking down the plastic into small pieces, then melts it and shaping it to create a new product. This method is most commonly used to recycle plastic bottles, containers, and other form of plastic that are similar in composition and structure. This method has some limitation, of course, as it can only be applied on certain type of plastic, with also the limited time that can be recycled. While in the case of chemical recycling, it breaks down the plastic into its chemical building blocks, which can then be used to create new plastic products. In other words, turning plastic waste back into basic chemicals and chemical feedstocks. This method is more versatile as it can be used to recycle a wider range of plastic types, including mixed and contaminated plastics. Well, despite the benefits of recycling plastic, there is still a significant amount of plastic waste that ends up in landfills and oceans. To address this issue, scientists and engineers have been working to develop new forms of recyclable plastic and new methods of recycling that can improve the sustainability of plastic use. One example is the development of the biodegradable plastic.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Zakir from Bezalatif. My ID matrix is MH1040. So I will continue with part literature review. So the material used for recyclable plastic is polyethylene terephthalate, PET. So PET is thermoplastic polymer resin of the polyester family, biodegradable and semi-crystalline. So PET is incredibly flexible, colorless and semi-crystalline in its native state. So PET can range from being rigid to semi-rigid depending on how it is treated. So as you can see from the figure at the below, at the bottom left is the chemical structure for PET, and the right one is microstructure for PET. Okay, next one we go to production method. So PET is a production between chemical, which is terephthalic acid and ethylene glycol, which is polymerized to create PET. So terephthalic acid is a crystalline solid made from xylene, whereas ethylene glycol is an inert liquid made from ethylene. So PET is created when ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid are heated together in presence of chemical catalyst. So PET is produced as a molten viscous material that may either be spun straight into fibers or hardened and used to make plastic later on. So the figure below shows the chemical reaction equation between terephthalic acid and ethylene glycol, which the output is PET and water. This one is the mechanical properties. So mechanical properties for PET is high strength, high rigidity and hardness, very low moisture absorption, good creep resistance, low sliding friction in sliding wear, resistant to hydrolysis up to 70 degrees Celsius, not suitable for contact with media containing above 50% alcohol, good chemical resistance against acid, and also good adhesion and welding ability. So for chemical properties, for molecular weight, the value is 192 gram per mole, and the weight average is 30,000 to 80,000 gram per mole. So density is 1.41 gram cm cube, and glass transition temperature is 69 to 115 degrees Celsius. Melting temperature is 265 degrees Celsius, which is quite high. And then breaking strength is 50 MPa. Tensile strength is 1700 megapascal. Release strength is 4% tensile. And last one is water absorption after 24 hours, which is 0.4% only. So applications. So PET was used to make a plastic bottle because polyethylene terephthalate is an excellent water and moisture barrier material. Plastic bottles made from PET are widely used for mineral water and carbonate soft drink. The next one is tape. PET used to make tape. It is high mechanical strength It has a high mechanical strength, makes polyethylene terephthalate films ideal for use in tape applications. So, and the last one is packaging trays and blister. So, non-oriented PET sheet can be thermoformed to make packaging trays and blister. So, that's all for literature review. Next, we continue with meteorology.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Aiman from Astronomy Matrix IDN A22004. Today I would like to present about the methodology. In the research that we have conducted about recycled plastic as a new invention for use of polymer, we had to use multiple of journals and the research to get more ideas and understanding about the research that we are doing. So in this research, we are using secondary research as our guidance and our source of ideas. You might wonder what is secondary research, right? Secondary research is the data that has already been collected by someone else through the journals and research, which what we do, we are collected data from the journals and also from the research that had been conducted by others, and we are reviewing through literature reviewing. From there, we can conclude that polyethylene terephthalate or PET is one of the best plastic that we can use due to the mechanical properties that show that PET is high strength, high rigidity, high hardness, very low moisture absorption, good chemical resistance, against acids and many more as has been stated before. Other than that, we also use quality data in making this research. Quality data is defined as data that approximate as and characterizes. By using this type of data, we can observe and record the database on the journal that we had studied. From there, we know the characteristic needed for making recycled plastic in making new invention. We can see that the PET is one of the best plastic that we can use in making new invention due to its characteristic. As an example, polyethylene terephthalate or PET is an excellent water and moisture barrier material which can make to be the best in use of making bottle plastic, such as for mineral bottle and also for the carbonated drinks bottles. And other than that, we also use alternative ways, such as referring to internet sources and videos from the internet, such as from Google and also YouTube, to get more data regarding our research. From there, we analyze all the data and information that we get to get more understandings about the research that we conducted. We use the internet to explore the interview that had been conducted worldwide about recycling plastic. From there, we can knew that what others are think of about recyclable plastic, even though we are not doing the actual interview. So, after we use multiple sources from the internet, we can reach out of our objective, and we also can get to the conclusion of our research. Both of the ideas, journals, videos, and research report, it helps us a lot to achieve our main objective and help us to reach the conclusion on the research that we have conducted. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nufikri bin Kamarudin. My ID number is MA22068. Okay, here I will explain about the result of using recycled plastic. The first result is reducing pollution across global ecosystem. Greenhouse gases are one of the primary factors contributing to increase the environment pollution. The main contributor to the climate change is the plastic produced by burning of the petroleum. So by using the recycled plastic, it will reduce the petroleum burning. Okay, plastic waste is responsible for thousands of animal deaths on land nor water and sea due to the ingestion of the waste. As the result, using the recycled plastic, it will reduce the thousands of animal death. Okay. Next is less energy is needed and is protect natural resources. Compared to more energy intensive manufacture of virgin plastic, recycled plastic production use significantly less energy. The energy that is conserved can be used to meet our urgent economic need. Additionally, require as raw material for the manufacturing process are natural resources like water, oil, gas, and coal. Recycled plastic help to preserve important natural resources. Okay, next result is conserve landfill space, which is quickly running out. Location for landfill are disappearing quickly because of the growing human population. Defiable land is becoming increasingly valuable. Proper waste management can significantly reduce the need of landfill space by reusing and recycling plastic. Okay, next is reduce the need for the consumption of fossil fuel. Million of barrel of crude oil are used each year to meet the demand of plastic. Recycling plastic is the most eco-friendly way to reduce the consumption of fossil fuel due to the scarcity of crude oil. It can be used much less frequency by recycling plastic and recover as much raw material as is practical. Okay, next is encourage a sustainable way of life. The way of life in the area where business are located has a big impact. With company work with its internet external stakeholder to promote the advantage of recycling and reuse plastic. They can have significant impact on environment preservation by using recycled plastic. Okay. Next, I will talk about discussion of using recycled plastic in daily life. Why use recyclable plastic? Using recyclable plastic reduce pollution, as we know that is use high quality polymer material such as polyethylene terephthalate. The energy consumed by the plastic is low, which can counterbalance the recycling process. Okay, is using recyclable plastic has made any advantage? Yes, using recyclable plastic has the advantage. Example is to recycle plastic is very to recycle plastic is very time consuming because it has many process to compose several plastic to use its bag. It also had to use a large amount of money to recycle the plastic to set up the recycle center to do it. A large number of skilled worker also is one of the cons because many people don't have the skill to do the job. Next, will recycle plastic really be useful to company? Yeah, yes. Use of recycled material will make a country less pollution. So using recycled plastic also one of the one of because recycled plastic is one of the recycled material that can make the country decrease the pollution. Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faiz bin Muhammad Sentri. My metric number is MA22067. So I will present about the conclusion of recyclable plastic as a new invention for use of polymer. In conclusion, recycling is one method for disposing of plastic items and offline waste. Both economically and environmentally, it makes more and more sense, and current trends show that the rate of recovery and recycling of plastic trash has significantly increased. These trends are probably going to continue, but there are still some big obstacles to overcome in terms of technology as well as economic or societal difficulties involving the collection of recyclable garbage and the replacement of virgin materials. Improved plastic waste recovery rates and landfill diversion will be made possible by recycling a greater variety of post-consumer plastic packaging, waste plastics from consumer items, and ELVs. Recycling waste plastic is a useful strategy for enhancing the environmental performance of the polymer sector, especially when used in conjunction with activities to expand the usage and specification of recycled grade as substitutes for virgin plastic. There is a wealth of information available on recycling, but if recycling is to increase, high quality education is a necessity. If we want people to comprehend how serious the issue is, we must communicate with them in a consistent manner. Everyone should have a solid understanding of the topic such that the only defense is a lack of interest. It is necessary to solve the issue of recycling bin contamination. It is essential to continue conducting research. For instance, further research must be done on the recycling of films that are laminates of various plastics. We must all work to minimize, reuse, and recycle. We may cut back by choosing products with the least amount of packaging and, when necessary, buying in bulk. By avoiding disposable products, we can reuse them. Finally, we can recycle by participating in local recycling activities and buying goods made of recycled materials. Recycling and other environmental concerns are more important now than ever before. We have to stop only looking at the present. That's all from me. Thank you.